Hello guys, I don't know why I feel kind of shy to start this video because it's not a weekly vlog or it's not me doing anything fun. It's gonna be a makeup tutorial. To just preface this video, I did just do a full week of vlogging. Today's Saturday. I vlogged this entire week and then I sat down to edit the video, and so for you guys who know my channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you want to just skip to the freaking start of the makeup tutorial, I'll put some timestamps in the description so you can just skip over to the makeup tutorial. But anyways, I have my little Coke here. So I just got this camera and recorded a test vlog. And then when I went back and I looked at the test vlog footage, I was like, ooh, I don't like how this camera's footage looks, because I was using it on manual, which I'm recording on manual now. And then I did some digging around, and apparently on this camera there's a setting where you can shoot in D-Log, which then records very gray footage, but then it makes it easier to color correct later. And then on the DJI, it's a whole thing, but on the DJI website they have this link where you can convert your D-Log footage to Rec 709 footage, and then it's supposed to bring your footage back to normal color or something. Obviously I don't understand it because I'm just not big on doing that kind of stuff. I'm much more wanting to just pull out a camera and then just record without having to do any color correcting or color grading. But I tried my best. The footage looked so bad. The footage looked so bad. So there's no YouTube video for this week. There's no YouTube video. So when oh, sorry, I keep knocking the table that you are on. When I posted a TikTok on Wednesday of the makeup that I did for a birthday party, a couple of people actually were show me the makeup routine, and I was like, damn, I didn't know so many people would be interested in seeing my makeup routine. So I'm using that as an excuse to at least post something today. I mean, when you're watching this, it's Sunday. Yeah, so this is gonna be a freaking makeup routine. I hope this is fine. I'm wondering if I should scoot you in a bit. Is that too close? I guess this is a makeup tutorial. If you see me looking off to the side here, I've got my mirror here. This is going to be a little bit hard for me to record because I'm someone who does my makeup this close to a mirror, at all times. But I'm obviously not going to be doing that so you guys can see what's going on. But I've also got all my makeup here. I don't know why a lot of people are interested in seeing my makeup tutorial, because I feel like this makeup tutorial is not going to be some clean girl makeup tutorial. I can guarantee you half the makeup I'm using right now is expired. But I'll show you guys all of the products that I use. I'll show you all the steps and we'll do this together. I do think this makeup is a bit more makeup than what I would wear to what I'm about to do this afternoon. I'm literally going for drinks with a friend, and when I say drinks, I'm not even talking about alcoholic beverages. Me and my friend Mila Rose are probably just gonna go have a cola tonic. And okay, I kind of forgot what I was saying because Chelsea came into the room. Me and my friend are literally just gonna go and have a little catch up. So this is a little bit more makeup than I would wear for something like this, but who really cares? At least I know I'm gonna look good. But I'm gonna start off by just cleaning up my eyebrows a bit, because I don't get my eyebrows done. I just do them at home. Just clean them up because they're looking a bit crazy right now. Also don't know where my good tweezers are, so these ones kind of suck. I've only washed my face. I haven't done any skincare or anything like that. And as you can tell right now, I am breaking out. What the hell is new? I'm going to start by going in with the La Roche-Posay Lipicare Balm cream. This is just my normal everyday cream. It feels so quiet doing my makeup like this because I usually do my makeup while I watch a YouTube video or I listen to music or something. So this just feels very quiet and calm. Then I'm just gonna go in with my everyday SPF. I literally don't know how to say the name of this brand, but it's just this nice stick of sunscreen. And I just go over. I honestly need to get better at wearing my SPF because I struggle a lot with post hyperinflammation. What the hell is it called? Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. I didn't even have to Google it. I just randomly, it came to my mind. I struggle with post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Oh my gosh. And going into the sun makes those dark marks worse, because those dark marks are just extra melanin, where your scarring is. And then when you go out in the sun and yeah, those marks just get darker. So I just need to get more consistent with using SPF. So usually if my skin isn't looking this bad, I'll just skip doing this step. But what I'm going to do before I start with any of my other makeup, I'm just going to go in with my concealer. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm going to go over all of these acne spots. I'm basically doing this because I want to give the concealer a bit of time to dry down so that it kind of is thicker and it has a little bit more coverage, because you will notice that a lot of the steps in my routine just aren't super full coverage. My concealers aren't very full coverage, the foundation. So this is just what I do just to add a little bit more coverage in the beginning. Now I'm going to start with my eyes. If I'm doing a very eyeshadow heavy makeup routine, I just start with the eyes, just because if there's any fallout like with the eyeshadow, it's not falling like onto my perfect base. So my favorite eyebrow product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. I have been using this product for 4 years. I mean, not this one product. I've bought multiple of these. There's like a whole bunch of empty ones all in my drawer. I've got 2 new ones, like literally locked and loaded, ready to go for when this one finishes. So I really, really love this stuff. I have very thick eyebrow hairs. My actual eyebrows aren't like super thick, but their hairs are very coarse. So it takes a lot of product, or like it takes a very strong product to hold them in place. And then I just go in with a little spoolie. This is just like a little spoolie on the edge of an eyebrow pencil, but I don't often fill in my eyebrows at all. I just go over them with this brow gel, and then I just kind of shape them. And you see how easy that was? Like, it's literally so easy. I love this stuff. I will say, sometimes I'll find, like, if I come home after a long day, it's kind of like not flaky, but I can kind of like see the gel. I don't know why that sometimes happens and why it sometimes doesn't, but I find like if I'm at uni or something and then I go to the bathroom and I can see the whites, I literally just like lick my finger and then I just go boop, and then it's fixed. And that's my eyebrow routine. I literally don't do anything else to my eyebrows. I'm still on the fence about bleaching them at some point. I think I really want to do that. But for now, I just brush through them and shape them. Done. That literally took me like less than a minute to do my eyebrows. I used to be an Anastasia Beverly Hills, what were those things called? Like the brow pomade. I used to be an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade girl, but as you can see, I don't need to fill in my eyebrows. I'm just lucky. I like the shape of them. I mean, at some points they can get a bit sparse, like in the arches, but I honestly I'm not bothered enough to fill them in. Okay, now we're gonna do the eyeshadow. I'm gonna use these Playgirl Beauty eyeshadows. I have 3 of them that was sent to me. But I'm going to be using this purple one, this like maroon one, and this orange one. So these are the main shadows that I'm going to be using, and then I'm going to also go in with this MAC palette that I have into this like very deep dark brown in the corner. Okay, I don't go over my eyelids with concealer usually because I feel like that just makes me look kind of crazy, but what I do is I just go in with my face powder just so that I can give myself like a little even layer. So this is just the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I would say if you have like very veiny eyelids or something, then maybe you can just go in with concealer, but this is enough for me. I don't need anything more than just like pigmented powder. Also, using this powder as a base just makes it easier for me to blend eyeshadows on top of it. Okay, so I'm using these colors because I feel like they're the most flattering on my skin tone, and also with my eye color, I have like hazel eyes. Well, I do have hazel eyes. I know you probably can't tell. I'm not delusional. They are like kind of green hazel, and so these colors bring the natural color of my eyes out. So I don't know if you have different eye color or like a different skin tone. Maybe these colors wouldn't work the best for this look, but this is what I'm going to use. This is also going to be the worst makeup routine you ever watch because I literally don't know, not that I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't really know how to explain it. So you're just going to have to watch. Imagine I also fuck up this makeup routine and it looks really bad. Anyways, I'm going to go in with just a clean fluffy brush and the orange color, and I'm just going to use this all over my eyelid as well. Also, you'll see like I'm going very far out of my eye because I'm going to be able to clean that all up later. So I don't really care if it's kind of messy. And I'm basically going up to the crease, like I'm not going all the way up to my eyebrow. I might make, because this is kind of like a soft winged eyeshadow look, I might make the wing a little bit less prominent than I did in the original video, just because like I said, that was for like a nighttime look and this is more like 5 o'clock drinks. So I don't want it to be too hectic. Okay, that's the orange base. Now I just want to take the rest of the colors and make like a gradient of color. So I obviously want the darkest colors to be the wing and close to my lash line, and then I want it to blend up. So I'm actually going to go in with the purple next, and I'm taking a different brush. I'm taking a smaller brush that's a little bit more dense, but it's still like fluffy, like it's not a super densely packed brush. I'm going to go in with the purple, and I'm just going back and forth like pretty close to my lash line, and then like blending it up. So when I dip into the eyeshadow with all of that pigment, I go straight onto my lash line, and then once it's all on, I blend up. And then I'm just going to go back in with the original fluffy brush and then just really buff all of that out. I feel like purple and orange look really nice on my eyes and like really complement my eye color. So yeah. Ooh. I'll constantly be going back to this brush and blending out, because honestly, I don't care if you feel like you can't do eyeshadow looks. If you have enough time to sit down and just do a whole bunch of blending, at the end, it is gonna look good. Like if you just keep blending, I promise you it'll look good. Okay, next I'm gonna take the maroon dark brown shade and that same brush, clean it off a bit. And then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna dip in and go on my lash line, but then I'm not gonna blend it as far up as I did with the purple. Like with this color, I wanna stay closer to the lash line and to the wing line. Also, I'm realizing why I'm having such a hard time doing my eyeshadow right now, because I would literally be like, my mirror is here. If I was when I'm doing my makeup, usually I'm like this. I'm very close, so just bear with me. I also always have a really light hand when I'm working like in the inner corners of my eyes, just because I want that part to stay like the brightest. And then again, I'm just going in with that big fluffy brush and just making sure everything is blended out. Okay, now I'm gonna take this top corner shade of this MAC palette. It's like a very dark brown, almost black shade, and I'm gonna take an angled brush now, because obviously with the darkest color I want to be as precise as possible. And I'm just gonna dip in and basically draw a little wing. What I like about doing a shadow wing instead of like an eyeliner wing is it's so much more forgiving, because like I know these two aren't even, but because I'm doing it a little bit messy and it's shadows, you're just not gonna be able to tell that they're uneven, or like it's not gonna be as obvious as if you do like eyeliner. Also, I used to do this exact, like if you want to do this exact thing and you have like tape, like I used to use masking tape, because masking tape is like it's not very sticky. Just like put some masking tape here and you will get the crispest, cleanest lines, but I just don't have any more masking tape. And this works too, so. And then again, we're just gonna blend it out. That's basically the rough eyeshadow shape that I want. I'm going to go into this palette and then just use this bright white in the inner corners of my eyes just to brighten that up again. So I'm just going to go in with another clean fluffy brush and that white shade and just like buff it into the corners just to keep that nice and bright. And now for the best part, I'm just gonna clean up the eyes. So I just use a cotton pad and some micellar water, and I literally just clean it all up. I mean, remember when I said I wasn't gonna make the wings as long as I did the other night? That was a lie. That was a lie. And then I go back in with that same fluffy brush that I used for the whites, and then I just make sure that the ends are blended. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this Colossal Kajal eyeliner by Maybelline. I don't think I'm saying that right. And I'm just going to tightline my eyes. For my foundation, I use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. It's like a dewy foundation. I've spoken about this on my TikTok before. Because I have oily skin, I feel like I should be using a more matte foundation. But I have two of these that I'm not just gonna, I really want to start hitting pan with all of my different makeup products before I start buying new ones. Because I'm notoriously an overconsumer when it comes to makeup. So this is what I use right now, is just these Photo Focus foundations, and I mix the two together just to get the correct shade. And I also mix in the palm of my hand. These are coming to an end, so I am going to be able to buy a new foundation soon. And the way I apply the foundation is I just take this little dense foundation brush and I just pack it with the foundation, just so it's like all loaded up in the brush. And then I just stipple it all around. And then once it's all applied, I just take the rest off with a damp beauty blender, and then I just blend it all in. So as you can see, the acne does not really stay covered up. So I'm gonna go in with a second layer of concealer. And then I'm going to leave that as I do my under eye concealer, but this is a bit too bright for me for under eye concealer, so I just put it again on my hand like that. And then I just mix that in with the darker of the two foundations. So then I just mix them together and apply them like that. And then whatever's left on the back of my hand, I also just go in with that, and then I blend the spots of concealer. I found, like, I don't know, throughout the years, since I've always struggled with acne, I don't really mind if my acne is not completely covered by my makeup. It honestly doesn't really bother me that much. But yeah, see, after that, like, second coat, they all get covered up quite well. I'm just using, like, a very light hand to blend out this concealer. Okay, next I go in with my cream contour stick. These are the Benefit ones. I've had this Benefit contour stick for so long and the name is rubbed off, but it's just like one of these Benefit ones. They also do the little blush sticks like this. But instead of just dragging this directly onto my face, I always just take a little, like this is a little tapered brush, and I just go like this. Again, just load up the brush and then I put it on. Because I don't know, I feel like when I drag the stick across my face, especially because over here I have all this acne and this is where I want my bronzer, it kind of takes that all away. Oh yeah, and I would say this is more of a bronzer than a contour, because I feel like contour shades are more cool tone, but this is definitely like a bronzy shade. So on my forehead, just to minimize her slightly, if that's even possible. And then a bit on my nose, like just on the sides of my nose and under my lip. And then I just blend the cheeks out with my beauty blender, and then I go back in on this side, and whatever concealer is left on there, I just go back. Yeah, this is a difficult spot for me because like I'm trying to conceal, but then I'm also trying to bronze over that, so it can kind of get a little bit crazy. And I would just make sure that everything is like blended in. There's no creasing because I'm about to set my face with my powder, so I don't want to set in any creases that may have settled while I was doing like the other steps. Then again, I'm just going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I'm going to set my face. And then to finish off my face, I'm going to go in just with this MAC bronzing powder and just another like big fluffy brush. I might be an overconsumer when it comes to makeup, but when it comes to makeup brushes, no girl. I've had some of these brushes, like these brushes, since I was 16. I got them for my 16th birthday from my mom. Then I have two of these Baby Got Blush Essence like lip and cheek things. But at my big age, like 24 years old, I'm 24 years old in a couple of months, I'm only recently finding that I don't like how very like red and pink blush looks on me. So I'm actually just going to go in with this orange Playgirl Beauty eyeshadow that we used. Dip it in. Oh, it's very pigmented. Okay, once it's on, I'm just going to go back with my powder brush and just blend it in. But I feel like, I don't know, orange blush on me just looks so much nicer. And then over top of that, I'm going to go in with this Benefit blush called Shelly. Arguably for me, the best step of my makeup routine is my eyelashes. So right now I'm using the I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Essence mascara. Don't love this mascara, but only because it's a waterproof mascara, so I kind of struggle to get it off at night. But I found like a good oil cleanser does the trick. This is going to be crazy to watch, so I'm so sorry. I'll try not to make an ugly face. And I also found that this mascara layers really well with itself, as long as you don't leave it to dry down completely. So what I do is I just start with my right eye, and then I go and do my left eye, and then I go back to the right eye and back to the left eye. And that's like the perfect amount of time. Like it's dried down enough for it to be layerable, but it hasn't like dried completely to where it's kind of like flaky and gross. Back to the right eye. Okay, so I'm basically happy with that amount of mascara. I just go back and forth with the brush now and kind of empty off the brush. And then once most of the mascara is off the brush, I go into my bottom lashes. Because I'm sorry, I just can't leave the bottom lashes bare. It looks so silly. Okay, I'm just going to go in with some micellar water and just remove all the stuff on my lips. Okay, now I like to go in with some freckles. So these, I can't even be of any help to you guys, because I bought these like freckle pens when I lived in America, and they still work, which is so crazy to me. But I go in with the lighter one, and I just make some fake freckles on my nose, like over here, just because I feel like it makes, I mean, there's no way of making this look natural, but anyways, I like how it looks. So a couple of little frecks. Oh, I'm so excited to go out today. Like, I'm just seeing my friend Mila, but I mean, even saying that, like, I'm just seeing her, it's not just seeing her. Like, I miss her so much, and we always have such fun together. And we're literally just gonna be sitting and freaking chatting. What more do you want in life? So I have two. One of them is like a lighter brown that I just do like this smuttering of smuttering? Is that a word? Whatever. I do like the freckles with this, and then I go in with the darker one and I go over my natural beauty marks, freckles, whatever you want to call them, and I just bring them back like that. I don't do all of them like this because I found that it can look kind of crazy. Okay, almost the final step. I'm going to go in with this cream stick liner in the color Soft Wood. So it's just a MAC lip liner. It's just a liner that's like very close to the actual shade of my lips, and I'm gonna slightly overline them. And then my final step is just to go in with some lip gloss or something. Today I'm just going to use the Labello Berry Shine. And there you go, that's the makeup. Let me go and take this hair roller out, put my outfit on, so you guys can see the full vision of the glam. Okay, and this is the final makeup look. I honestly don't really post things like this on my YouTube channel, and I probably wouldn't have done a routine like this if so many people hadn't asked. And I'm not even being dramatic, like really a handful of people asked to see that makeup routine. So yeah, this is she. Well, I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week. Bye!